Now, I'm going to talk to you in this video about some updates and some information that I have heard from the news over the CEO shooting of the United Healthcare CEO a few weeks ago. The first thing I want to say, though, is that there was a mass shooting on Monday in the U.S. in Madison, Wisconsin, I believe it was. 3 people were killed, including the shooter herself. And that was kind of just the very strange thing that came out of this was that the shooter was a female. This is not an activity that normally females participate in, so it's going to take a while for the police to understand exactly how and why this happened. But that said, my thoughts go out to the families involved and to the people of that church school. It was Abundant Life School. It was a Christian school, and so all I can say is I hope they figure out exactly what led to this. Now, the shooting of the CEO a few weeks ago outside of his hotel, right there, basically in front of everybody that was walking the streets at that point in time. They found the guy, right? Luigi Mangione. His mother apparently had spoken to the FBI a few days before he was found. And of course, the McDonald's worker had called in to police saying that they recognized somebody that was possibly him. Um, he's been fighting extradition. Apparently, he has a lawyer in Pennsylvania. He's now obtained apparently a high-powered attorney in New York, but it looks like his fight for extradition is over. Um, he's been indicted in New York, so I'm sure the extradition will happen between states at some point in the near future. I want to make it clear, I don't condone what this guy did. I just understand how somebody could have got to that point, especially somebody like this guy who apparently had some mental health issues. Based on things that I've read on his from excerpts from reviews he made on the Goodreads website, he talked about things that happened between him and his mother, and how he had a hyperfixation in a way on things that he didn't feel were right. So if he had some kind of mental issue that was causing him to hyperfixate on, say, the way healthcare was treating people, regardless of his connections to wealth, or even though he wasn't a client of United Healthcare. So I understand how it happened, but it shouldn't have happened. Violence isn't the answer. Violence doesn't solve anything when it comes to these kind of issues at all. So he's been arrested, of course, and he will probably face trial in New York at some point. Some people tried to dub him some kind of hero. I don't think he was a hero. I think he was a thug. Um, but the thing is, I've been getting a lot of hate for my opinion on the shooting because I was completely indifferent about finding him. I didn't care if they found him because it's not something that I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned about the lives of billionaires. That's not my concern. And so initially, my first response was to be completely indifferent because I didn't feel like I should care because of all the people he and his company let die every year. While at the same time, I was very clear to state that I did not support or condone Luigi Mangione's actions. There are better ways to take on the healthcare industry than murder. Now, I do feel bad for the CEO's parent or family. I feel bad for his children, but I wasn't going to lift a finger to help find the guy that did it. Now, some people may think that's cruel or wrong, but let me tell you, when his company denied someone's cancer treatment and they died, they didn't care. I knew people that had United Healthcare in the past who died because they were denied cancer treatment of a treatable cancer. It was stage 1 skin cancer, and they weren't given the care they needed, so it ended up progressing, and they died of melanoma. So that happened. I know somebody that happened to, and it's not right. But at the same time, murder isn't right either. Now I don't know, based on the attorney he's got, it doesn't look like, you know, it's going to be an easy case for the prosecution to give. The evidence is sparse at best. All they have is the fact that he had a firearm that doesn't even seem to appear to be the same firearm that fired the shots. We'll see in time. And the evidence they have is of evidence that was close to the scene but not at the scene. They have no DNA evidence at this moment to place him at the scene. They have no fingerprints to place him at the scene. All they have is him in a very hooded top pulling the trigger. Now, I don't know if he'll be found guilty. I don't know if he'll be found not guilty by reason of insanity or what. I don't know how it's going to go. But watch this space. Keep tuning in here to Unapologetically Progressive, and we'll keep you in the loop.